Hey guys, welcome to another What If video, and today's video will be on what if King Piccolo had killed Goku. Okay, so I've already done a what if Piccolo Jr. killed Goku at the World Martial Arts Tournament, but we're going to go back before this to when King Piccolo was still very old and Goku first encountered him. Okay, so here's the scene. Goku had just fought with Tambourine. Yajirobe was there. Goku kills Tambourine. He toys with him and he just wipes him out. Yajirobe sat there amazed at what Goku can do. Then a short time later, King Piccolo arrives. Yajirobe hides and the fight between Goku and Piccolo, it commences. And it goes exactly the same as normal, but when King Piccolo thinks that he's killed Goku, he doesn't just leave him there. He sends one final blast to obliterate his body, just to make sure. Goku is dead. Okay, so the changes that happen here are as immediate. What happens is King Piccolo goes off like he normally does. Master Roshi, Tien and Chaozu, they're looking for the Dragon Balls. They find all but the one that King Piccolo has, and the scene happens as normal. So they find the Dragon Balls, they hide them. King Piccolo comes down and finds them. Master Roshi uses the evil containment wave, and it fails. Master Roshi is now dead. So Tien he'd been knocked out by that potion that Master Roshi gave him. Well, he's not unconscious, he's just immobilized. So he's there, he knows what's going on. Now, King Piccolo, he summoned Shenron. He's about to make his wish, and Chaozu, he jumps in and wishes, well, he tries to make the wish. King Piccolo kills him. So now Goku, Master Roshi and Chaozu, they're all dead. Tien can do nothing. Okay, so King Piccolo makes his wish for eternal youth and then destroys the dragon. That's right. Shenron is gone as he was in the original story. He then goes off. Tien, once he's regained his composure, he gets in his ship and he flies back to where the others are. He goes to tell Bulma, Yamcha, Pua, Oolong and Launch what has just happened. So Yamcha, he again offers to train with Tien to learn the evil containment wave. He refuses. Tien goes off and learns the technique on his own. This is when Yamcha, he's scoping around Master Roshi's things. He finds a letter that Roshi left for him before they went. It says, Yamcha, if we fail, you are the last fighter. You are the strongest remaining. Please follow these instructions. What Master Roshi has told Yamcha to do, he's told him to go and climb Corrin's tower. Go and seek the advice from my master Corrin. Yamcha, he's got a broken leg. He's just recovering from it, but he knows that this is the only chance they've got. He heads off with Bulma and Launch. They go to the tower. Obviously Yamcha's going to be the only one that's able to climb it, so he does. Meanwhile, in Otherworld, that's right, we're heading out to Otherworld and Goku has just reached the check-in station. This is when we first see Kami. He stood next to King Yemma. He says, please, King Yemma, the world is in danger and this boy is the only one that can save it. Can't he please go and train with King Kai? Goku is in shock because like in the anime, he believes that Kami is Piccolo. He goes to attack him and King Yemma shouts, stop. This is the Guardian of Earth. do not lay a finger on him. So King Yama, he reluctantly agrees to let Goku travel on Snake Way, but Goku has one request. My friend Krillin, he is also dead. Will you please let him travel with me and train? So King Yama accepts this condition, and boom, Krillin is there in front of Goku with his body. They're heartbroken. They hug each other, both in tears, both saying, I thought you were dead, what's going on? Krillin, he has no idea what's happening. Goku, he asks Kami, who is he? He tells him the story that he is the other side to King Piccolo. He is the good side, the guardian Earth, and the creator of Dragon Balls. He explains that the Dragon Balls, they're gone, but he will resurrect them and bring Goku and Krillin back. He also explains to him Master Roshi and Chaozu, they are also dead, but they are far back in the line because King Piccolo, he's destroying the planet, he's killing people. So it'll take them a while to get to the check-in station. So those two, they head out on Snake Way. So it's going to take them a while to get there. The original story, Goku took, it was about 8 months to get to King Kai's planet. That's with falling off in hell, going to Princess Snake's house. But he was also a lot stronger and he was going by himself. And Goku and Krillin, they're really competitive and they're both determined. So they sprint down Snake Way as fast as they can. And I believe that will make it there a lot quicker than what Goku originally did. Just because they've got each other and they have to make it back, there's no one to stop King Piccolo. Okay, back to Earth, and Yamcha, he's climbed up Korin's tower. He's reached the top and he's speaking with him. Korin explains to Yamcha that, well, Korin knows about what's going on with Goku and Krillin. So he tells Yamcha that, he says, all we can do is hope that King Piccolo does not destroy the Earth before they get this training. Yamcha, he's in shock. He doesn't know what to think. He said, Master Korin, can you please train me? Now Yamcha, he's already stronger than what Goku was when he trained with Korin. So he doesn't really get much from this, but he's gotten that little boost of strength from climbing the tower. He's also still injured, so Korin gives him a senzu bean. Yamcha's leg is now healed, so he's back in game. Meanwhile, Tien, he's still just on his own learning the evil containment wave. Yamcha, he's training with Korin, and then he recommends the Ultra Divine Water. He's assessed Yamcha's soul and he believes that he is good, that he can drink the water. So he goes and he collects it. He survives. He does not get as strong as what Goku did, but he still is very strong. But I don't believe he'll be a match for King Piccolo. So now we go to Tien. He's mastered the evil containment wave. It has taken, let's say, a month. I can't remember how long it did in the original anime, but let's say it takes him a month to master the evil containment wave. King Piccolo, he's taken over the first city, and like in the anime, he said he will destroy one quadrant of the Earth at a time. And he's taking his time with this. This time he's dragging it on. He sent a couple of his minions just to torture people. Just in the city that he's in, he's just sent them out to torture them. This is when Tien shows up. He challenges Piccolo. He's not in a rush to get anywhere, so he fights himself instead of creating Drum. Well, Piccolo and Tien, they start to fight. So Tien, he's no match. He's just getting beaten down. He gets up. He uses his solar flare. and then he gets a bit of distance. That's when he pops out the jar. King Piccolo recognises it, he's scared. Then he says, that old man, he tried to use it and he failed. What makes you think that you can succeed? Tien just says, just watch me. I will defeat you and you will never torture anyone or hurt anyone ever again. So Tien uses evil containment wave, but Piccolo fires a blast as he gets hit with a wave. It's a very slow blast, so Tien already starts to move. Piccolo's getting brought in, and then it gets hit straight in the chest. He can't defend himself while using this technique. So he gets knocked back and Piccolo is safe. Tien survives because the move was not successful and he is more powerful than Roshi. Right, now Piccolo, he destroys the jar. Says that he's going to enjoy picking him apart. Now Yamcha, he's not made it to the fight yet. He's still on Korin's tower. Korin then tells Yamcha Tien is fighting. Yamcha, he's got no way to get to the fight. He's at the top of Korin's tower at the other side of the planet. He hasn't learned how to fly yet. He hasn't got a flying Nimbus cloud. But this is when Korin pulls one out, as he did for Goku. Korin grants Yamcha a flying Nimbus, and now that his heart is pure, he can fly on it. So Yamcha, he heads out to the fight as fast as he can. He knows that he still can't defeat Piccolo, but maybe with Tien's help he can. But sadly Yamcha gets there too late. Tien has been killed by Piccolo. Yamcha hides just to see what's about to happen. He looks at his fallen friend in anger and he's scared. Yamcha has just achieved this new feat of power and he is scared to approach Piccolo. He knows that there is nothing that he can do. But he's not stupid, he knows that he's the last fighter. He won't go into this battle with Piccolo, not yet. So he flees the scene. Yamcha heads back to Korin's tower and tells him of what's just happened. Korin already knows and he says to Yamcha, you need to go and see Kami, the guardian of Earth. There is nothing more I can do for you. You are the last fighter. I have trained you to your limits with me. I can't possibly help you anymore. Now the only way for Yamcha to get to Kami's tower at this point is using the power pole, which Goku had on his body and Piccolo disintegrated. But luckily for him, Korin has a way. He's got another power pole. So Yamcha, he uses that, he gets up to the tower. This is when he meets Kami. He's about to attack when Mr. Popo says, this is not King Piccolo. This is Kami, he is the guardian of Earth. So Yamcha sits with Kami and they discuss their next plan of action. He says Goku is training with Krillin in Otherworld, and I will see about Tien going to King Kai's planet as well. But for now, I shall train you. I can't resurrect the dragon until I know that we can defeat Piccolo. Alright, so now this is when Yamcha's training begins with Kami. It's intense training as Goku did under Mr. Popo. He's getting stronger and stronger, and now 6 months have now passed and Goku and Krillin, they've made it to King Kai's planet. They're now adjusting to the gravity. Yamcha is getting stronger and stronger. Now Tien, Roshi and Chaozu, they've begun their journey down Snake Way and they're over halfway there. But King Piccolo, he's just destroyed a big chunk of the world. He's destroyed one quadrant. think it was 48 he said was in the original anime. Not quite sure on that. If any of you guys remember, leave me a comment and let me know. But as he said, he will destroy one a year. So they can take the time. He's just gonna play with everyone for now. And he's just sending out his minions to torch people, not to kill them. Now, Yamcha, he doesn't believe that he's ready. He keeps making more excuses to train for longer. He's not confident he can defeat King Piccolo. Mr. Popo, however, he believes that Yamcha can beat Piccolo. And so does Kami. They're trying to convince him while training him. But he won't have it. He wants to be 100% sure that he can kill him. Now, Kami hasn't told him that they are one and the same. He's not told him that if he kills Piccolo, he kills Kami. But Yamcha, he still doesn't want to go even without knowing this little bit of detail. So, what happens next, guys? Give me some comments, let me know what you think, any suggestions. But I've got a little bit of a plan for the next part, so just let me know if you've got any ideas, and we'll see what happens next time. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.